Climate is average weather expected. The climate tells how hot, how cold, wet or dry, and changes over the year, not day to day. For San Antonio, the type of climate is humid, subtropical. This includes hot summers and cold or cooled winters. The temperature is currently 81 degrees, and I'm going to continue. Here, when it rains, water comes through here and sometimes covers the bridge and travels through here. And as you can see, it's split apart and broken down and a little rusted. Well, water comes through here and it has salt particles in the water that seeps into the rock. Oxygen promotes rust from the weathering, and sometimes when it freezes, the rock will split, as you can see here. Kind of weathering is chemical weathering, and this can be done by carbonic acid. Carbonic acid is made when carbon dioxide is found in the water and drops down from rain, and it gets on the limestone, breaks down the limestone, and you can see like some fossils here, such as like shells and things that are within the limestone, and basically everything starts to fall off and get carried away by wind. We can see infiltration happen. I'm going to pour some water and there's a lot of rocks here. Well, basically infiltration is when water droplets move in between the rocks and get to Earth's surface. And then here is plant growing. So basically when the rock breaks down, it turns into soil. And soil is made when there is wet, warm, flat areas around, and that gives opportunity for soil to be made. Weathering will be plant growth. So basically a plant grows within the rock. It has to expand its roots, so it can lead to a splitting of the rock and making room so the roots can grow within the rock. Here's another example of plant growth. This one has much larger roots than the other one that you had seen before. That one was just a flower, but this one has larger roots here and branches. Growing life or plants in an area that does not need mental, physical, or social help. Here you can see is a hill. It has some elevation, and down at the bottom of the hill is rocks. So basically they landslide all together and boulder down every time a rock comes down, and they can kind of just like hit off each other and break off some parts as well when they're falling down, but they're basically all at the bottom and not at the top of the hill, just because gravity, and it's bound to fall at the bottom of the hill. You can see like a bigger indentation of a landslide coming down from this hill, and the rocks hit each other and break each other down, coming into smaller pieces at the very end. And here may be some from this landslide that have been knocked down into little pebbles here. Watershed is something that every stream and body of water has. It's a surrounding area of ground that contributes runoff water into a stream or the body of water. Here you can see the indentions of where the water comes through into the body of water here. Wind can make sediment transport. As opposed to water moving a little bit of pebbles in a faster moving pace, well, wind can move tiny pieces of gravel, and it can flow through the wind and be carried throughout the area.